Hey guys, what's up? It's Andy. All right, this video is gonna be about 11 tips that'll help you crush it, kill it as a beginner and a new person in sales. Now look, if you've been doing it for a long time, look, come down off your mountain. Watch this whole video. I guarantee this will help you level it up. I'm gonna go through all 11, and number 11 is my favorite. It's my best one. All of these, I could write 100 of them. But the 11 that I feel like you must know. Let's get to them. Okay guys, so number 1 is gonna be more than likely what you've been told is wrong. All right, so car salesman, this automotive space, guys, it's the best business in the world. All that any man or woman could ever ask for is an opportunity, and you got it. I will assure you this, 100%. This business is easier than it's ever been. Why is it easy? Well, because your competition is asleep at the wheel. It's 2021 right now. We're in the era of the worst salesperson in the history of time. And by the way, the people that train with me are the elite, but the ones who aren't training, they're easy to beat. So time and experience doesn't equal the top salesperson in your dealership. So more than likely you've been told to just grind it out, work hard, put in long hours, and that will create a lot of success. That's right, with hard work. But there's a way to do it where you can match hard work, you don't have to give up your life, and you match it with deadly skill, and you'll crush everybody. So I'm gonna tell you something different that maybe your manager, your GM, or another salesperson has told you, which is even if you're brand new, you can become the top salesperson overnight. What you have to do is you have to match all the skill that I teach you with hard work, and you will be deadly and you'll become unstoppable. Let's get to the next tip. Okay guys, so this is gonna be tip 2, become the complete opposite of what you think a salesperson should be. Let me explain to you what I mean. If you went to a Starbucks and you were to do a survey with people and say, hey, what do you think about salespeople? Could you tell me what you think about them in a minute conversation? They would say liars, cheats, robbers, thieves. You know what I mean? They would say all these things. Well, here's my deal. What would they say after they met you? That's what matters. Think about this. Your competition, most of them have had no training. So most of the people out there have purchased a car from somebody with no training. This is your time to prove that you're different than everyone. You're not gonna be like the 99% of the salespeople out there. You're gonna be the rare breed 1%ers. So what I care about and what matters to you is what do people think about after they meet you? That's all that matters. So if you're brand new, you have an opportunity to build your name, and when people meet you, you get to show them how you're completely different than anyone else they've ever purchased a car from, and they'll be blown away. Let's get to the next tip. Guys, number 3, talk is cheap. Listen, I want you to train your brains out. Become the most elite. Learn, learn, learn. Study people. My mentors in life are people that have gone where I want to go. Look, my last year selling cars, I made 716 grand. If you want to learn how I made 700 grand, study me. Study me to death. Watch the way I move, watch the way I talk, watch all my training videos, take my training programs, train live with me. Talk is cheap. When you're doing your training, you don't go around and talk to the dealership about all the training that you're doing. Use it in your action. What's practiced in private is seen in public. Guys, put the work in, do the training, but don't be stuck talking, okay? When I made 700. Hey guys, what's up? It's Andy. Hope you're loving the training. Do me a favor. If you like the video, hit me with the thumbs up, please. I need it for my YouTube algorithm. Secondly, if someone that you know could use this training video, send it to them. Share the love, man. And then lastly, I'd like to say this. If you haven't ever reached out to me, let me give you my cell phone number. You can always text me. I'd love to talk to you. 918-210-0254. Appreciate you. Also, send me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the training. Let's get back to it. 700 grand. I never ran around the dealership telling everybody how I was going to crush them and kill them. I just ran around with the crush the other man mentality, and that's what I carried. And I kept my mouth shut, and I let my work do the action. So talk is cheap. Don't be a talker. Most people say, well, salespeople have the gift of gab. Knock that crap off, okay? Sell like a lion, act like a lamb, okay? You are a lion. Unleash it. And by the way, don't have high pressure like these other salespeople. Have low pressure. Pressure is needed, but it needs to be low pressure, kind of like a drug plane flying under the radar. Nobody ever detects it, okay? I'll see you in the next tip. Okay, guys, tip number 4, do your homework. All right, listen, 95% of this business is people knowledge. The other 5% is product knowledge. Listen, if you don't know your business better than your competition, they're gonna clean your clock, okay? So clean their clock. Learn and study your business. So if you sell Nissans, I'll give you an example. You don't have to understand all the product knowledge, but understand most of it. The different trim levels, the stuff that it has to offer. You don't have to understand, every single little thing on every car, but just get a brief deal. This is the package, this is what comes with that package, and maybe this is the horsepower on the car. You don't have to understand all the builds and geek out on that stuff, okay? Understand people. That's what will make the difference. But this is probably one of the biggest deals. Do your homework on your product and your competition's product. Make sure that you study your competition. That means if you sell Nissans, study Toyota, study Kia, right? Study the brands that are around you. Hyundai, right? Study any brand or make and model that you compete with. The reason why is because maybe your dealership has benefits that their store doesn't have. And also on top of that, maybe your car has a little better warranty than they have. Also, maybe their car has a better warranty than your car, but you can find a winning edge against their vehicle. So in case your back's ever against the wall, well, guess what happens? You have a way to go. You can surprise and impress the customer and you'll win. You'll win victorious every time. You just got to do your homework, okay? So do the homework, know your product great, and know your competition's product great. Okay, guys, number 5, have a training system. What that means is time block your day. Time block your day. How much training will you do in a day? 30 minutes? An hour? How much time will you do? This is very important. Let me explain why. Let's say 2 new people start at the same time. This guy, he dabbles in the space and trains just a little bit, maybe an hour a week. Well, 52 weeks in a year, he trains for 52 hours a year. Well, this person over here, he dedicates or she dedicates an hour a day every morning between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. He or she time blocks that time to sit down and train. Now, when they train, your training system is in a seated position, everything is written. You're watching the training and you're taking notes the entire time. Anything that you watch during the training, you're writing down because it resonates with you. And when you write it down, it embeds it in your brain and you learn it. And since you train a day, right, 1 hour a day, well, guess what? There's 365 days in a year. You get 365 days of training for 365 hours of training versus this person dabbling in it and maybe gets 50 hours of training. You've done literally 6 or 7 times more training than this person, which means you will be 6 or 7 times better than that person. And then that's just in 1 year. Where would you be 3 years down the road? Guys, crush your competition. Whoever's better than you, guess what? Study hard, time block it, and put together a training system so you can get it in and you'll be destroying everybody. Okay, guys, this is gonna be number 6. This is gonna be on asking questions. I love this one. Always remember this for the rest of your life. Ask great questions, get great answers, okay? Asking questions is probably one of the most important things that you could do as a sales pro. You need to have a good solid 8 to 10 set of questions that you ask all the time that allow you to do what? Find out information about your customer. And remember, when you ask questions, it allows your customers to talk. Look, if I had a strategy and a plan and I thought maybe I might go left, well, guess what? After I asked some questions, they answered it. Maybe I would take, instead of going left, and go right. Why? Because the customer's information allowed me to take the sale a different way, and I wasn't even planning on going that way. But based on the information that they gave me, because I asked great questions, it allows me to win victoriously during the sale. What I want to tell you is questions are everything. Most salespeople find themselves just talking. And guess what? A customer don't want to hear you if they haven't been heard. Does that make sense? So you want to ask great questions so the customer knows that they've been heard, and based on that, the information that they give you actually tells you which way to take the sale and how to handle that unique customer. Ask great questions, get great answers. Okay, guys, this is a huge one. Don't live in fear of losing a sale. Look, I want to be like Alcatraz. Look at my hand. It says Alcatraz. No one escapes. It says torture your haters with success. Alcatraz. The reason why I wear this all the time is because I closed at 80 to 90% as a salesperson. And most people said it was impossible to happen, but I did it. And you can do it too. Let me explain one of the main things that'll help you do that. By not living in fear of losing a customer. Most salespeople, I know you don't want to lose a sale, but you can't have that I'm afraid to lose a customer look. If you have that look on your face, your customers will interrupt you. They won't see you as their trusted guide, as the expert, and they will run you over. They will interrupt you all the time. So what you have to do is not have that fearful look on your face that like, would you guys take it if I did this? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Listen, you're bowing down to them. You're going in begging mode. And at that point, they will run you over. They're going to leave no matter what because they smell the fear on you. So even if you don't want to lose a deal, which none of us do, never live that in fear mode. I'm afraid I'm going to lose a deal. It's not worth it. And as a new salesperson, you say, Andy, well, I don't want to lose a deal. Right. But guess what? Believe in yourself. Take the doubt out of you. Have the believability, and I assure you that will shine through and you will sell way more cars. Don't have that fearfulness that I'm afraid I'm going to lose a deal because it will only make you weaker. Okay, guys, number 8, give world-class customer service. Guys, listen, my job is, and when I went out and met customers, I say, hey guys, how you doing? My name's Andy. How you doing? Welcome to the dealership. Guys, so look, I just want to tell you real quick, it's my job to give you world-class customer service and to serve you at the highest level. When I said that, they were always like, oh my gosh, man, who is this person? I want to tell you right now, give your customers a show worth paying for. Do you believe that when they were across the street and dealt with your competition, do you believe they put on a show worth paying for? Do you believe they treated them with world-class customer service? Do you think they treated them high in all the critical areas that are important to them and their family? No. So when you do it, they'll be blown away. Guys, give them world-class customer service. I don't care where you work, where you're at, you should never discount giving somebody world-class customer service. Even if they're the worst customer in the world and they're combative and they're not loving and nice, that doesn't make you change who you are. World-class customer service. You'll win them over every time, I assure you. Okay, guys, this is a great one. Number 9, learn how to persuade. Listen, maybe you've been through some of my training before or my videos. I always talk about this. Most people don't know how to transfer the emotion of the way they feel and push it into their customers. If I could give you the best definition of persuading someone to do something, it would be to do this. Number 1, I feel a certain way about my car, my product, my dealership, the customer. So I have all these feelings. And my job is to take the way I feel, and I call it transfer of emotion. I take all the way that I feel and I push it into the customer. Persuading is called the transfer of emotion. You take the way you feel and you push it into them, and now they feel that way. And when they feel the way that you feel, they buy. It's that easy. So learn how to persuade. And the easiest, most dumbing it down form, the way that I could teach you to do it, would be just to take the way you feel, which means you have to manage yourself, your state, your excitement, be jacked up, be hyped. You know what I'm saying? Be a person that they can see that's like one of their friends or something like that, right? Be a chameleon to them. But also level up your energy, level up the excitement, and take all that and push it into them. And now they'll feel that way. And that's called the transfer of emotion, and that's called persuading. Okay, guys, this is gonna be number 10. Number 11 is my favorite. This is number 10. Never, ever stop learning. And you say, Andy, I'm studying right now. No, listen, let me explain this to you. So what happens is as you're new, you'll start to do great because you're studying, you're working hard, you're excited, you're wanting to prove yourself. Well, once you prove yourself and you make a decent check, maybe more money than you were making at your last, job or something like that, what happens is you go to sleep. I always say if you go to sleep on a win, you'll wake up with the loss. People, they're hungry right now and they're climbing a mountain because you're new. So you're hungry because you're at the bottom of that mountain, so you're climbing up it. But when you get to the top of that mountain, right, which there is no mountain, we have no glass ceiling on our head. But when you get to the top of that mountain, what happens is people go to sleep on a win. My last job paid me $4,000 a month. I just made my first $10,000 check. Okay, I've won. This is gonna be my future, and they stop training. What happens now is they run an inconsistent path because they stop training and they do this for the rest of their life. And it's a miserable experience. Look, never, ever stop becoming a student of selling and never stop learning. And if you'll never stop learning, nobody can beat you. Nobody. Okay, guys, number 11, never, ever get comfortable. Everything that you want in life is on the other side of being uncomfortable. You must learn to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. I know you want to be the best salesperson in the world. I know you do. I know you want to crush, kill, and dominate it and make more money than you ever made in your life, and you will. But what you have to do is you have to run from your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is very dangerous. In order to be a 1%er, you must do the hard stuff. Only the hard stuff pays. So as you're going to work and you're training, you're learning your inventory, you're going out there and literally there's 60 minutes in an hour, and how you work 60 minutes in that hour all day long while you're at work, it's going to be uncomfortable. Going home and training after a long day, or training first thing in the morning, or investing in yourself and spending money to get you to the next level so you can make more money, right? I always say this: broke people spend money, wealthy people use money as a tool to make more money. As you go to do things that you're not used to doing, you must always stay uncomfortable. Become comfortable being uncomfortable. And if you do that, you will destroy everybody. Guys, those are my 11 tips that will change your life. Hey guys, you made it till the end of the video. You are the 1%ers. You are not like the other 99% of the world. Most people shortcut, you don't. You're the best. All I want to say is thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Lastly, I'd like to tell you I'd love to meet you in person. Look, I do what's called the Master Closer Seminar every single month in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's where I teach people how to close, negotiate, overcome objections, literally learn how to make $250,000 a year to $500,000 a year selling cars. We have a 10,000 square foot conference room, and we have 400 people that fly in from all around the country every month. Also, if you don't want to train, maybe live in person, and it's more comfortable to train on a course right there from home, go into the description box below. You'll see a list of all my courses. The 0 to 100K, the Advanced Overcoming Objections course, the Elite Negotiating. They're all phenomenal. The Facebook Remarketing 2.0, they're all amazing. Let's level up. Let's crush it, kill it together, guys. This year, I want it to be a record year. See you soon.